Hey now, say now, it's your girl Kiso International. Yeah, I know y'all probably wondering where the hell have you been, girl? Well, in this video, I'm gonna kind of go a little briefly of what I've been doing and just a small little update about why I've been gone. I know y'all probably wondering why I'm talking over this video right here. Blame the wind. I don't know what I was thinking. I just know I wanted to get a video done, get y'all out there. But before I continue on, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and share my video. You know how we do. Other than that, like I said, I'm going to go over a little bit of the things that I'm doing now, which I recently just joined SIU. I left NCL because SIU, I feel like you're going to bring in more money. And I'm all about the money, honey. So you know what it is. So anyway, like I said, please excuse this video. I look crazy. Look like I'm in prison clothes. But for the most part, I hope y'all enjoyed my video. And yeah, so let's get to it. All right, so we have a lot to cover. So I'm gonna kind of try to make it short and not beat around the bush, but I'm gonna also give you guys valuable information that you guys need to know. So with that being said, let's start with NCL. As y'all know, I cruised for NCL for 2 contracts, which makes a year, because each contract is 6 months. A lot of my videos seemed a little confusing, getting them confused with Norwegian Cruise Lines training and SIU training. And I'll get a little bit more into that, a little further into the video, because as you guys can see, I joined SIU. So again, I'll get into into that a little bit later. So NCL, I did 2 contracts with them. I was actually going to continue working with them until the pandemic hit. The pandemic hit and kind of just changed everything. So they were requiring that you get vaccinated. And yes, I was one of those anti-vaccination people that didn't want the shot, didn't believe in that stuff, and kind of, all the conspiracy theories and all of that. But we're not going to get into that politics stuff. So make long story short, I had to part ways with them because I just didn't agree on it. So that kind of changed a lot in my career. It kind of put me in a rock and a hard place in my life, trying to figure out where to go, what to do, how to start over. And then I had a lot of personal issues going on with my family that I had to tend to. So I had to pick up a regular 9-to-5 job. And it just became hard times these past 2 years. And that was another reason why I didn't really want to make any videos, because I was just in a hard place in my life, and I was trying to figure things out for myself and for my family and for my future. So I needed to get back into the groove of my career. I was tired of doing the 9-to-5. I was tired of doing the same thing every day. It was just depressing for me. The pandemic changed everything for everyone. So, we was worried about so much different things, about our lives being in jeopardy with this stupid virus. People losing their jobs because of this virus. So I just needed something more, something that was going to re-motivate me, give me some type of positivity in my life and more stability, because it's 9-to-5. It wasn't doing what I needed to do. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I needed more. I wanted more for the sake of myself and my family. So I got with my friend Stu, who is a part of the SIU, and she motivated me to get into SIU and just kind of do my research on them. I knew a little bit about them. I didn't know a lot, but I did know about the school and, what they were capable of. So I decided to get into it and did my application and sent my recommendations, did my basic tests like reading and math at one of the local union halls, and I was able to get in. So thank you, Stu, for that motivation, because she was consistently on me, waking me up in the morning, leaving me voice messages, asking me, did I finish this, did I finish that? And the good thing about it was that I already had my credentials, which are my MMC, my TWIC, and some of my STCWs, which I'll get a little into further in the video. But I already had that through NCL. They paid for it. So why not finesse the system? Finesse the system. So I had to do what I had to do to get into here. And I mean, I got in quick. So I got in quicker than expected than some folks, so that's a blessing. So I'm going to explain the difference between SIU and NCL. Well, as y'all know, NCL is cruise ships, and NCL is technically a week-long training compared to SIU, which is 15 weeks. NCL gets similar training to what SIU goes through for the 15 weeks. However, it's on steroids. Steroids. And it's crazy because the firefight training is almost similarly the same, but just a little more. Water survival is a little more, but not too much. And we have extra classes that we have to do in SIU compared to NCL. So it's a lot different. So those STCWs that I was mentioning before, they won't really apply so much into SIU. If you were NCL and you want to transfer over to SIU, it is possible. You just have to really talk to admissions about that, because it's just been kind of a little iffy with some folks. Like for myself, they told me I had to specifically start over, but they have somebody else that was into NCL, and she had her same STCWs as mine, and she was able to move along the process quicker. So it just really depends. It's a whole bunch of politics in this industry, so you really just kind of have to work your way verbally and really just know your knowledge on what you're talking about. So that's something you may have to keep that in mind. So NCL is just, like I said, is really short. You'll see the classes here kind of change every week. All right, so for all of those people that are researching Piney Point or the SIU program or Merchant Marines, whatever it is, this is what you guys have been waiting for. All of the other extra stuff you guys probably done heard in this video is just kind of like blah, blah, blah to you. I know. However, I'm going to go ahead and drop y'all the tea. So, I'm a part of the SIU now, the Brotherhood of the Sea. Consider me the sisterhood. So this program will train you to prepare yourself to be on cargo ships. And what I mean by cargo ships, it's not cargo based off passengers. It's you're pretty much transferring goods from one place to the next. You could be working on tanker ships. Tankers are, delivering gas, oil, chemical things, whatever that must be. You could be working on cable ships, MSC ships, which are military, and the list goes on. So there's plenty of things you could work here. The money is there. There's 3 particular departments: deck, engine, and steward. So those are the 3 departments that SIU does provide. There are other schools that you can go to, but to be honest with you, I would come here because you don't have to pay nothing. The only thing you have to pay for is your uniform and your flight here. And some of your credentials, if you don't have your credentials, like how I started mine, I kind of, like I told you, I finessed the system. NCL paid for my MMC and TWIC, so I didn't have to pay for those. But you do have to pay for your physical. You do have to pay for your shots if you don't already have other shots or whatnot. And like I said, your uniform. And this is what your uniform. So you'll have a blue t-shirt, some jeans, some Dickie jeans, a belt, a beanie, a jacket, and you'll also have a windbreaker, a ball cap, and some khaki pants and a khaki shirt. And those khakis you wear usually for your first week of class. And I'll go over that in just a second. But those are pretty much your uniform. This is going to be your uniform for the whole entire time that you're here, which is phase 1. So once you get all of your credentials situated, your MMC, your TWIC, your flight here, you paid for all your physical, you paid for your uniforms, you also got your date to come here, you will fly out to Piney Point, Maryland. They will either come pick you up or you can drive here, whichever your choice is. And I'm not going to say you're going to have a rude awakening, but it's just like a miniature boot camp. So you have to also prepare yourself for the weather, because you can be coming during the summer, you can be coming during the winter, the fall, whichever. I actually came down during the winter, so it's cold. It's cold as shit. It snows. It's windy. You can't bring like your own personal clothes, because you won't be wearing any clothes besides the uniform that you see that I have on. This is your everyday. You could bring long white thermal shirts. Don't bring any other color. I see people wear black, but you just want to be on the safe side, and make sure that you have whites. You can even wear thermal white pants underneath your jeans just to keep yourself warm. You can't bring a black scarf, but there's a specific way you have to wear them. So they are kind of strict around here with little stuff here and there. But the only time you'll be wearing your personal clothes is when you go to bed. That's it. Or when you're going to the gym. Other than that, you don't need no extra clothes. So girls, don't bring all your fancy shit. Guys, don't bring all your name brand shit. Because you're not going to be wearing it until you finish phase 1. Because what I'm doing is phase 1. Alright? So the classes that we have is vessel familiarization. We have galley 1, which you'll be working in a galley. You will have firefighter training. You will have CPR training, water survival, galley 2, which you're back in the galley. And then you will have, last but not least, vessel ops. So vessel ops is the last one that we're doing. And that's where I'm at right now. So I have 3 more weeks until I finally finish phase 1 and I get shipped out, and that's phase 2. It's a little complicated with the different departments because I'm going steward. So my phases stop at phase 3. I'm on the fast track program, but for deck and engine, they have 5 phases that they have to do. So this might seem a little confusing, but phase 1, they're all here. All departments are all here. Phase 2, we ship out. The only difference is stewards now have to do 200 days of sea time. And deck and engine, they have to do about 60, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. And then deck and engine, they come back here for phase 3, and they have a different uniform. So I will go ahead and show you what their uniform will look like. So as you can see, they wear khakis. They also have a polo blue shirt, a different type of jacket, and a nice sweater to go on top of their polo shirt. So they have a really nice little outfit. And for stewards on phase 3, we're actually on the other side, which is the upgrader side, which I recorded when I first came here for NCL. That is the upgrader side. So it looks a little more neater, cleaner. And you have somewhat of your own room, or if you share rooms, but you have a little more space. The reason why I say that is because when you're here in phase 1, or phase 3 for deck and engine, you share rooms with about like 12 other girls, and I will show you a video on that too. So one thing I forgot to mention is that we do have inspection every day. So your bed has to be made, the bathrooms has to be cleaned, swept, mopped, and the common areas also in your room. So yeah, got to keep it clean, nice and tidy, because you will be getting inspected on the ship as well. And as you can see, you'll be having a lot of roommates during phase 1 and phase 3 if you're going deck and engine. So, you have to be able to get along with your roommates. You're going to be using the same showers, the same toilet. So, just be mindful of that type of stuff. Stewards, after phase 3, you'll have a little more space. And that's just from my understanding. And like I said, as I'm going through this process, I'll be sharing the same process with y'all. So y'all cannot feel so, y'all wouldn't have all these questions and trying to figure out what's going on. Y'all have the knowledge that y'all need. Other than that, there is one thing I did not bring up. When you first get here with your class, there is something called no privileges. it kind of gets annoying after a while because, you have to do everything with your class. So say, for instance, I'm a smoker and my roommate isn't a smoker. If I want to go smoke, knowing that she doesn't smoke, everybody has to come outside. So if I'm thirsty and I want to get some water, everybody has to come down and get some water. We're not allowed to wear tennis shoes at the moment. We're not allowed to do certain activities without each other. And the time where you do gain your privileges is when you pass your first test, which is the vessel fam. And once you guys pass your test, you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can go to the C-Chest, which is our local store on the campus, by yourself. You can go to the gym by yourself. You can go smoke by yourself, especially if it's like I was telling you, if a person don't smoke, they don't have to go outside with you. So, it's kind of like you just kind of have to go through the process, And the tennis shoes you can wear on the weekends. When you have no privileges, you can't wear no tennis shoes. I know it sounds like a big deal, but when your feet is kicking your ass, it's a big deal. So make sure to bring insoles as well, because your feet's going to be just screaming. And another thing I didn't mention is you will be marching. You'll be marching your whole entire time here. Like I said, it's military style. So you'll be wearing the same clothes every day. You'll be marching. You'll be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, even on the weekends. We have formations that we get with each other. You'll have a bosun who's the leader of your class. You'll have a chief bosun. You'll have the press who's in charge of your linens and things. And I'm the current press, so when it comes to like linens, when it comes to like certain activities, and each press is different. And what press stand for is president, if y'all don't know what that is. And they're different because some want to do activities, some don't. It just really depends on them, you know what I mean? There's no bad president, there's no good president. I just like to keep everybody active. I like to look out for my people, because like I said, some people haven't been away from home and away from family from this long. So it's just trying to create a family dynamic and kind of, I got your back, so I know you're going to have mine. Whether they do or they don't. I just always like to make a positive environment, good energy, because energy is contagious. And I just like to look out for my people. And because I am going steward, I have to make sure that I look out for y'all, because, who wants nasty-ass food during their shift? And what person don't know that food just makes a person happy? I got this belly for a reason, okay? Anyway, but I know I bombard y'all with so much information, and whatever information I did not add on here, go ahead and add it to the comments, so I can answer it as best as I can. Maybe make another video. I do want to make a video about what to pack for NCL and what to pack for here too, because I overpacked. When I say overpacked, I overpacked. I packed like 3 bags. I never had to buy one of them carts in the airport ever since I've traveled, ever. Doesn't matter where I went. Never bought one, and I had to buy one here. It's a shame, I know. But anyway, I know I bombarded y'all with a whole bunch of information. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and leave your comments at the bottom. And like I said, I'm going to get back to this thing. I'm going to get back to these videos. I'm going to get back to putting all y'all, with some free game. Because who don't like free game? Because free is for me, So it's Key So International, your girl, back in action, back live and direct. So let me know what y'all think. And y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a great day, because we're going to get back to this. We're going to do this. You know what I mean? Rather you join NCL, rather you join SIU, or if it's anything else. Okay? So y'all let me know how I did, because I'm glad to be back. And love all my peoples.